morning and welcome to the 2nd of February. It's a beautiful Tuesday here in 2021. And we've got a few things going on today around the farm that we're going to keep you up to date on. Well, if all else fails, a swift kick usually makes Stinky behave. Yeah, looks like we're hooked up, except for the sway bars. We'll lift it up a little bit, let it center itself, then I can hook those sway bars on. Yeah, keeps that thing from moving around sideways like that. Yeah. When you need to go get the mail out of the box alongside the road, why walk when you can drive? Good morning and welcome to February the 2nd, 2021. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning. And what am I doing with Stinky out today? We're going to unload the stuff out of this shed so we can get it sold and off this property. There really isn't much stuff left in this shed other than a lot of yard sale items, like these two vacuum cleaners, for example, and whatnot. So yeah, it was packed clear up here to the joists in the loft, and both sides of the loft were absolutely packed clear full of stuff on both ends. Well, if you can kind of see, it's pretty well cleaned out. But I have just a little bit yet to do, and I figured Stinky, I could load it up with a whole bunch of stuff and make the trips count a little bit better than what they have been. My mother and daughter painted this old storage locker many years ago. It's full of stuff. Looks kind of cool. They even signed it down there at the bottom. Who knows? Maybe my daughter will want that, what's left of it, for sentimental value. Now here's a little something you don't see every day. This is a graduating class of Navy guys in World War II. Unfortunately, the glass is broken on this end. I believe the picture to be intact. And somewhere on there, one of those young fellows headed off to war in the Navy is my grandmother's brother, Albert. That would be my maternal grandmother. This was his graduating class before he got assigned to the USS Boise, where he did a few different deployments and whatnot, and then ended up being killed on board the ship when a Japanese Imperial Navy, whatever, armor-piercing bomb dropped on one of the forward gun turrets, took out the magazine that was full of ammunition, and killed a lot of the guys that were on board. Besides Uncle Albert Boyer in this graduating photo is a fellow by the name of Ted Jensen. Now Ted, probably 40 years ago, brought me Uncle Albert's .22 rifle that Albert had on board the USS Boise during the Battle of Guadalcanal when he was killed. Yeah, took a long time, but I still have that rifle. That's quite an interesting little piece. Nothing fancy, nothing special, but Ted Jensen did a little work to the stock, makes it a nice looking rifle. So Ted, wherever you're at, wherever you're listening from, thank you. I didn't get as much done today as I would have liked to have. I blew out my back yesterday morning, trying to get out of bed of all things. So I can truthfully say today it sucks getting old. Now, a couple of days ago, you saw that I had gotten the sediment bulb for the Super M Farmall tractor. I'm replacing this because the valve stem was leaking fuel out of it every time I shut it off. And I found out why is because down inside of there was some rust and crud and whatnot that got into the packing glands in here and tore them all up, so it was causing it to leak. Well, when I removed the old filter assembly, or sediment bulb assembly, I discovered it did not have one of these sticking out of the top of it. And this is a very fine, I don't know if the camera will focus on it, very fine mesh. And it keeps stuff from inside the tank from going down in here. Well, that is supposed to sit on there like that. Well, as most aftermarket parts go, it doesn't fit. It's loose. This piece here, this little end, is supposed to fit tightly in there. Well, I got to reading the paperwork that came with it, and it says fuel valve tank strainer, which that is. Installation is on the tank side of the valve so that the screen projects inside the tank for 1931 indented firewall valves. The screen enters the feed pipe. Well, that immediately tells me what this was built for. Now, the package says it's a tractor, fuel screen, but a 1931 indented firewall with a valve and the screen points into the tank. That's a 1931 Model A Ford that first came out with the indented firewall about mid-production year of 1931. Somewhere about April or May, I believe. Anyway, this thing stuck in a shutoff valve like this and went into the tank through the firewall. A little different setup on a Model A Ford, yeah. So only lasted a year or so, and then they went to the tank at the back end. So that's what this actually fits. So this being loose, the only way I can get that to fit in there is to either, one, cut this little thin piece off and then drill out the hole here to make it bigger to press this in, or find a brass bushing that fits on here snugly and in there somewhat snugly and push it all together. So yeah, that's going to have to get fixed somehow or another before we put it together. So I'm going to set this whole thing aside, and yeah, we'll deal with it later. Nothing else much happened today. Like I said, I blew out my back yesterday morning, dealing with a gob of pain today, so I didn't move very fast, didn't get the shed cleaned out like I thought I was going to. Yeah, I got a few more parts coming. Thought hopefully, knock on wood, would have been here today. Not such is the case. I am going to be making a surprise visit to a antique tractor lover's paradise here before too long, so make sure you stay tuned to that. So in order to stay tuned to that, don't forget, click on the little subscribe thing right down there, click on the bell icon and the word all that comes up after you click on the bell to make sure you get notified, so you will see that little surprise visit. And speaking of subscribe, I would like to thank all of the new subscribers that we've gotten in the last week or so. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to the channel. Don't forget, give us thumbs up, thumbs down, or leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about these videos, and then we'll try to keep them coming to you. Might be a while before we get another one out. I was going to try to do one a week. I kind of got some stuff going on, so they come out a little quicker than that here this last couple of weeks or so. But anyway, yeah, we got stuff going on still here at the farm. Looks like we're heading to another cold spell a little bit, and then once we're through with that, with the wind and rain and whatnot, it'll start warming up, and the daytime high temperatures will be consistently above 40 degrees. So spring's coming, and we'll be getting out in the field before too long. Anyway, thank you for subscribing. Catch up with you later. Oh, and before I go, your dad joke of the episode. So why do professional cooks only use real butter? It's because there's no margin for error. Anyway, hope to see you real soon. Catch up with you later. Have a great week. And yeah, I'll just keep taking painkillers and lots of bed rest, and I'll be fine. Anyway, I'm Farmer Dave. I'll catch up with you later. Thanks for watching.